Hey, hello, hi, and welcome to my YouTube channel Tech Grantha. So, as last video of the load and art session, we discussed about the REST API scripting. Suppose we have the only URL, so how can we generate the load and art script, and how can we do the execution? So today we are going to today we are going to discuss about some of the common 5 mistakes which we need to remember whenever we are doing the final execution, like on the smoke test, load test, and whenever we are doing the validation of the script also. So those are the 4 to 5 things which we need to remember, and which will be under the part of the debug of your script also. Okay, so let's start. So first we will discuss about the webreck find case. So like now here I use only the text is equal to blaze step, which was if you go on there, and I told if you don't want to go on the UI side, directly click on the particular request and go on the show snapshot. If you go on snapshot, and there you can see for the particular request and the response. So there, if you will find out the title, okay, so I got the title is a blaze demo. So there is a B is a capital. So what I just want to tell, if you put text is equal to blaze demo, it will match and it will execute. I will show you. If now you will execute that one, so that webreck will find and it will be go on the successful part. But now what I'm just going to do, I'm just changing that B with the small b. And if now I will execute, it will throw the error. It will fail. Okay, now here you can see what it is showing, that the text webreck find is not matching. So how we can do that solution? So there just you use the text slash IC in the if you will use text slash IC, so it will ignore, it doesn't matter your capital letter and small letter. Now if suppose you will execute, the script will pass and it will give the proper response. See, now it is the done. So that is the first things which we need to do. Okay, so every time whenever we are using the webdeck find, so every place just change text slash IC. So IC is refer means that it will ignore the case sensitive things. Okay, so that is the point number 1 which we need to remember. Second, the things, if you go on the runtime setting and if you go on the browser emulation, so there you can see that the download on HTML file is the one option. So if suppose you will select that option, okay, and now I am going to reply that script. Okay, so now I just reply for the script for one iteration. Now if you see there, the response time is 0.3 second and 1.68 millisecond when your option of the download on HTML resource is the selected mode. Okay, now just try to see the observation. If I unselect that one, and if I will, so there is a 0.3 millisecond. If now I will execute, the response time will be reduced for the, now here you see the millisecond has been, second is nothing there, only the millisecond is there. So now whenever you are doing your peak smoke any of the execution, every time you need to unselect the download non-HTML resource. If you will select that non-HTML resource, your response time will be increased. Another thing will be also, you can observe whenever you are executing that, so what it will be show on your log side also. If you observe there, so there are a lot of .jss, .csv there, those are the call will also coming there and it will capture. Okay, so now here if you see .min.js and those all bootstrap call will also added there inside the log, so that's when your response time is increased. So that you need to unselect that. Okay, that is the second things which we need to do. Now if you go on the third thing, under the miscellaneous, if suppose you will, whenever you will record the script, by default it will be the selected mode. Now if suppose I want to execute that script, there you can see the transaction count will be more. Transaction count in the sense like the number of transaction. Now if you see there, your user init action, everything is there. But so what I mean, it is mentioned define each iteration as a transaction. So like whenever you will execute, if suppose on the script have the 2 transaction, it will add on the extra 1 transaction also there. So to avoid the things, just you need to unselect that option. So now whenever you will execute, it will not add on your the extra transactions. So there you can see only the 2 transactions coming. Okay. So this is the point number 3 which we need to remember. Now comes the point number 4. Every time whenever you are recording your script, by default it will take the your system proxy. Now if you will execute, so maybe during the replay your script will not pass, yet will throw the some error. Okay, now I just execute that. I will see what the error it is going to throw there. Okay, so it is running. So what it is telling there, it is telling could not resolve the IP address or something. Okay, so every time whenever you are getting such type of error, you go on the proxy settings on the runtime setting and click on the no proxy. Because a particular application the proxy is not required, whenever you will click on the no proxy option, your script will be go past without any issue. So this is the point number 4 which we need to remember. Okay, now the second and now the 5th number point, which is the most important. Now if suppose I went on the origin and I didn't selected anything, like I just selected that one. Okay, if suppose I mention like that, by I created the parameter as the origin, but by name I didn't selected any, but I already replaced and everything. If now I will execute that one, it will throw the error. We'll see what the error it is going to throw. It is throw the error. If you go on the top, it is telling the line number 29, the origin has parameter, delim is not the parameterization. So whenever that error is coming, just go on the controller and here you can see that is not pointed with the origin. So whenever you will point it with the origin like the same parameter name, and if you will execute again, it will work and it will be go working fine. This is the point number 5, which we need to remember. Now the next important thing which we need to remember before whenever you are going to do any of the execution. Now if suppose I do, so better just first compile the your script. So whenever you compile, it is telling there on the line number 23 LR think time. Okay, so sometimes it will point there, and if you see there, okay, here is the some curl, that the semicolon option was not the available, so that's in it is showing the error. Now if you will compile, it will show without any error, and then you can execute that script. Okay, so there overall total 4 to 5 things I just discussed to you. I will explain you all what the things I told you. First important thing, every time whenever you are mentioning that text checkpoint, just use the text /IC to ignore the case sensitive things. Okay, so those are the observation we need to do there. First is case sensitive things. Second, if you go on the runtime settings under the browser enumeration, you need to unselect the download non-HTML file. That is the second thing I told. Third, under the miscellaneous, you need to unselect the define as a each iteration. This is the third point. Fourth point I told, go on the proxy, and there it should be on the no proxy mode. That is the point number 4. And the next point which I discussed on your control L, if you're doing here, every time the parameter will be also selected as the same. Okay, so those are the 4 to 5 things which I want to tell you, which we can debug the part, and some of the other debug part is also there, which we discuss on the next video. How can we put the web break using the snapshot, and how can we do the some correlation? Those all activity I will also discuss in the further next videos. Okay, so if anyone have the missed the video lecture, so please just go and watch it. I already created the playlist for the load runner, and another playlist is also the Jenkins session is also going on, so anyone can watch it. And if suppose anyone want to learn any of the technology or the separate session to me also, so just drop the message on the comment box with your mail ID. I will reach out to you, and I will share the agenda and session timing, everything. So we will contact the further. Okay. Thanks to all. Please share the videos and with your friends, colleagues. Thanks to all.